What is up, my fellow viewers? AT from the AT Show here, back with another NBA related video. In this video, I am back with the 2018 NBA playoffs predictions. Yeah, you all knew I was going to do this anyway. Okay, so will I get this 100% accurate again? Only time will tell. Anyway, if you guys are new, if my credibility to be able to do this type of video is I got the 2017 playoffs 100% accurate series-wise, not game-wise, because that'd be a little insane. Not score-wise, because that'd be even more insane. Anyway, I'm gonna stop wasting your time and get right into this video. So first off, I'm gonna start with the East, and then go to the West, then East, West, East, West. You'll see. So first off, we got Toronto and Washington. Honestly, this series is as easy as it gets. Toronto, no doubt about it. You guys can go up and say the Raptors are cursed or whatever, but they're the first frickin' seed. They won 59 games. They're facing the Wizards, who are very inconsistent. Wall is back, though, but Wall might extend it, but I don't see the Wizards actually coming off this series, especially in the 8th seed. Now, I'd see this going up to maybe a game 4-0 if Raptors are at the top of their game, and Game 6, it could go up to Game 6 if they're not. Okay, whatever. So, the next round is Cleveland and Indiana. Do I really need to... Okay, you know how I said the first round was obvious? Well, I think this could be arguably even more obvious. Indiana. No, I'm kidding. Pacer. No, I'm kidding. The Cavs. So, do I really need an explanation as to how LeBron would beat the Pacers? No, not really. Okay, so I'll give you one anyway. LeBron is better than Oladipo, and if they have like Kevin Love himself could honestly be better than Oladipo if he really tried to be. No offense to Indiana fans, I know you guys are like doing great this year. I love that. I love Oladipo. It's just I don't think he can beat the Cavs. I really don't think he can do that. So yeah, anyway, on to number 3, Philadelphia and Miami. Yeah, Heat Nation, playoffs, 2018. Yeah, wow, Heat fan. I'm a Heat fan if you guys are curious. Anyway, I'm going to be completely honest. I am going to be very honest with how this is going to go. This is going to be a complete sweep for Philadelphia. Why do I say that? Well, it's damn obvious. Look at what they're doing. They're literally coming off a 16 game win streak. And they're missing arguably their best player. They got Markelle Fultz back, who is doing really good for his position. And yeah, Miami's too inconsistent for its own good. The chemistry is sort of falling apart, but not really. Now, Heat fans, I know we can do damage, but it's very inconsistent, and I don't want to bet on that. Now, if the Heat are at the top of their game, we could bring this to maybe like a Game 6 or even a 7, if that's possible. But no, I can't see us beating Philly. I'm sorry, Heat Nation. Next year when we get LeBron back. Alright, so Boston and Milwaukee. This one's going to be the hardest one of the East because Boston's down Kyrie for, I think the first round, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think just the first round, maybe some of the second. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, this is a bold prediction. It's actually a pretty bold prediction. But Boston. Now, I have a couple reasons for picking Boston over Milwaukee in this. Now, I love Giannis and what he's doing. I think he's going to become one hell of a player. And Jabari's back. He's doing lots of damage. He's doing damage too. It's just that I think Boston can beat them. I'm going to bet my money on Boston because if you guys really haven't been watching Milwaukee this year that often, I think the games I've seen with them and the Heat, I think they're very inconsistent. Yeah, it's inconsistent. That's going to bring this team down. Giannis isn't Kobe or MJ yet. I'm not making any promises, Bucks fans, but the point is, yeah, I can see this going up to Game 7. Actually, this could be Game 7, kind of like last year, how went down with the Bulls and the Celtics, except Rondo wouldn't get injured. That's the only difference. All right, on to the West side of things. Houston and Minnesota. I'm kidding. Houston. So anyway, the reason why I picked Houston is Fear the Beard, Chris Paul is having a great year, and Minnesota is, again, I know I'm repeating this argument a little too much, but it comes to use. Minnesota's too inconsistent for its own good. Yeah, that's basically all I got. And prime Derrick Rose isn't going to help them win the championship by dropping 28, if you're curious. Alright, moving on. OKC and Utah. I'm not going to lie, this one was actually pretty tough. Okay, Oklahoma or Utah. Carmelo Anthony, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, or Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, and Ricky Rubio. I think that's your big three. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jazz fans. Anyway, I'm gonna go with my guts on this one. I'm gonna go for OKC. Now, I'm going for OKC for multiple reasons. I'm not picking these because of the top seed. That was a misconception for last year. I know all of them are based off the top seed so far, but it has greater use than that. I promise. So the reason why I pick Oklahoma is because even though they're inconsistent, I feel like they're like a more built team, if that makes sense, than Utah. I love Gobert. He's a great defensive blocker. But I think Paul George, Russell Westbrook, maybe Carmelo, if he's lucky, will light up the playoffs. Also, I like OKC's bench. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have a belief that Oklahoma City's bench will do alright, actually. No, that's pretty... Never mind. So next round, we got Portland and the Pelicans. Now, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Houston, Minnesota, sweep for Houston if things go right. OKC and Utah, Game 6, actually, maybe a Game 7. If things are built up to be as suspenseful as they should be. Alright, moving on. Portland, New Orleans. Portland, I think Portland's a well-built team. I think the Pelicans are a well-built team with Rondo and Anthony Davis. But I really wanted to see Boogie Cousins in the playoffs. I really did. But since Boogie's not here, and since I technically believe Portland's a more well-developed team with more chemistry, I'm going to go with Portland. Now, I kind of just listed why I wanted Portland, because I think they're the bigger team, really, with Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and Joseph Nurkic in the middle. Aminu can actually be pretty good. Yeah, that's what I mean, basically. Alright, on to the next one. Warriors and Spurs. The rematch of the... I guess... The rematch of the conference finals, like... I think last year? Yeah, wait, yeah, it is last year. What am I saying? Okay, so... I know the Warriors are down Curry for the first round. I think it's all the first round, maybe the majority. Put in the comments if I'm wrong or if I sound stupid. I probably do sound stupid, but whatever. Anyway, I'm just going to move on. I think the Warriors will beat the Spurs for multiple reasons. Number one, they still have the second best player on the planet, cough cough Kevin Durant. Draymond Green's a defensive powerhouse. Klay Thompson can light it up. I mean, he really can. Like, what is it, 60 points in 29 minutes, I think? And also, they have Zaza to injure their Spurs' best players. I'm not sure if Kawhi's playing or not, but Zaza! But since Zaza's there, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, next round, on to round 2. We got Toronto and Cleveland. Alright. This is going to be a bold prediction, but Cleveland. Now, I have multiple reasons for picking Cleveland over Toronto. Now, Raptors fans, I don't hate the Raptors. You guys are done great this year. You won 59 games, franchise record. Got DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, Valanciunas. The list really goes on. But I think you guys are okay. I'm going to come up with a different argument than inconsistency. I think Lowry sort of shuts down during the playoff modes. DeRozan's not honestly all that alright either. And the joke on Facebook really is that the Raptors go into Barney mode whenever they play LeBron, which I think will be the case this year. with LeBron and his new like younger squad. See, if he didn't make any trades during the trade deadline, then Cleveland would have been out by now, to be honest. But I think they're gonna win in 6 games. 6 games, maybe. Yeah, I can see 6 games actually coming out of this. If LeBron becomes selfish. So, moving on to the bottom part of the Eastern Conference. Philadelphia and Boston. Do I really need to really say anything? Philly. Okay, do I need to give an explanation? No, I don't. But I will anyway. So, yeah, Kyrie's out. And so does Gordon Hayward. Philadelphia's at the top of their game. Embiid, I think Embiid's going to be back for sure by that time, so that's only going to add to their strength, which is actually pretty scary when you think about it. It may add, subtract. See, what I mean by subtract is I think Embiid sort of might make their offense slower, which will result in either more effectiveness or ineffectivity. Either way, they'll still win the series in like 5 games. 5 games, maybe 6. 5-6, basically. Nobody's really got this clean sweep except Philadelphia and Miami, Houston, Minnesota. Yeah, you got it. Oh, on to the Western Conference semifinals. Houston, OKC. Houston. Alright, OKC fans, I have a good reason for picking Houston over OKC. Number 1, they have the MVP this year. Sorry, LeBron. James Harden's the MVP. I don't really care what the fans say about whatever he gets to keep the cap stable with with a bunch of trades. The fact of the matter is James Harden is averaging 30 and 7, I think, this year, and the Rockets won a franchise record 65 wins. I think 65, maybe 66. It depends if they won against Sacramento. I think 65. So anyway, I can see this series ending in 5 games. Maybe a clean sweep if Houston's at the top of their game. If OKC's at the top, maybe top of their game too, maybe this could go to 6. And we could get one hell of a series out of it. Now, that's my point. Alright, on to Portland and the Warriors. I'm pretty sure Stephen Curry's going to be back by this time. So, based off that judgment, depending if there aren't any setbacks to his injury, which is probable. Now, Steve Kerr said he wasn't playing in round 1, but there's probable in round 2. I'm going to go with the Warriors. Now, why am I going with the Warriors, you ask? Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. That's all I got. Now, I'm going to defend Portland by saying Portland's a great team. There's no doubt about that. They're just not the Warriors. I'm sorry, Damian Lillard. I'm sorry, CJ. I'm sorry, Nurkic. Also, you got Zaza injuring people too, so who is Zaza going to injure this round? I think Zaza's going to injure CJ McCollum. I think that's going to happen. Anyway, on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Cleveland and Philadelphia. This is actually... I think this is actually going to be LeBron's toughest competition since the big 3 of the Celtics when he was like on the Heat in when was it, 2012, when they had to face the big 3 Celtics? Or was it 2013? Gosh, I should know this stuff. I'm a Heat fan. Whatever. So the point out of all this is I think LeBron's gonna come through and show the Philadelphia why he's LeBron James. Basically, I think LeBron and the Cavs squad has the ability to beat the Philadelphia 76ers. It's just that it's not going to be a sweep or anything like that, like last year, basically. I think that Cleveland will beat Philadelphia in 6 games. I'm going to give them 6 games, maybe even 7, and LeBron can have one of his little iconic moments again, like he did in the finals. Now, this is going to be one hell of a matchup. I'm definitely going to watch that game, every one of these games. And yeah, that's what I got. On to the Western Conference Finals. Oh, sorry. Houston and Warriors. Alright, guys. This is by far going to be the biggest risk I'm gonna take this year for when it comes to my predictions. Rockets fans, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. You can kill me in the comments, you can dislike the video, you can send me death threats. I'll leave my address in the description. Warriors. Alright. I'm going to give a brief explanation as to why I picked the Warriors over the Rockets. I picked the Warriors over the Rockets because I think Stephen Curry will be back by then. I think if the Warriors would get that far, then he would definitely be back by then. And that would mean that and also, I think Andre Iguodala is currently injured. He's going to come back to be a backup to Kevin Durant. I know he's having sort of an off year compared to his normal standards, but I think he's going to bounce back eventually. Now, I'm going to make a bold prediction. This isn't anything to do with the scores or anything, but I think Zaza Pachulia will injure Chris Paul. If that actually happens, then I will consider myself a god. Okay, I'm just going to leave that in there for me to look back on. So anyway, I think the Warriors will beat the Rockets for a number of reasons. I think Kevin Durant's going to show us why he's the second best player in the world. I think Stephen Curry's going to show us why he's a two-time MVP. I think Zaza's going to show us how he's the best, he's the dirtiest player in the league. And Klay is going to show us how he's one of the best spot-up shooters in NBA history. I think Draymond will show us why he's one of the best defensive players of all time. Yeah, I said that. Quote me on that, Warriors fans, or really any fan. Uh-oh. Anyway, that's what I got, to be honest. Yeah, okay, I really do not want this to happen. Cleveland Warriors round 4. I really don't want this to happen, to be honest, because that would mean the finals would be predictable again. Whatever. So anyway, Warriors and Cavs round 4. Alright, Cleveland. This is going to be a little bit... It's risky enough to bring the Warriors to the finals at this stage, but I feel like they can do it. Despite the Rockets having like one of the deepest benches, in my opinion. Like Gerald Green, and everybody else. I haven't memorized the roster yet, but I think Cleveland and Warriors, I think if that matchup were to take place, Warriors. Now, Cavs fans, this is for a number of reasons. Number one, you literally traded away your entire roster, nearly your entire roster by the trade deadline. So yeah, there's not enough time for you guys to build chemistry to defeat the Warriors, who have arguably some of the best chemistry in the NBA. Maybe. I'm definitely wrong about that, but hey, what the hell? I'm gonna piss you guys off by saying that. So anyway, I really don't think it's gonna go down like last year's finals. Actually, scratch that. I think it will go down like last year's finals in a sense. This could either be 4-0 Warriors, or the Cavs can bring this to like a game 6 or 7. See, if LeBron can win the championship this year, then I would legitimately be happy. Coming from a Heat fan, and what he's done to my franchise, I'd legitimately be happy if LeBron dethroned them. But hey, miracles aren't likely to happen. Okay, so that's about it. So this has been my playoff predictions for 2018. I kind of made all this stuff up on the spot. I didn't go into like super in-depth research on this stuff. But yeah, if you guys have a different opinion, then leave a comment. If you guys hate me with all your guts, then send death threats to this address in the description below. And I'll be sure to make another Q&A video about it. Actually, yeah, I'll make a whole video about it. Anyway, AT from the AT Show here, signing out. See you guys next time. Twitter and Instagram links in the description below. Subscribe for more. Leave a like if you want to. Leave a dislike if you want to. That's honestly not up to me. Anyway, I'm going to end this off so I don't waste any more of your time. Bye.